Title: The Mothman Prophecy. It was a bleak autumn evening in the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, famous for its mysterious history of unexplained sightings and eerie occurrences. As the leaves fell like whispers from the trees, 16-year-old Clara Malone found herself wandering alone through the local park, her mind heavy with the burdens of teenage life. She had always been a curious girl, drawn to legends and mysteries, and tonight was no different. The other girls from school had gathered at Mia's house for a sleepover, giggling over popcorn and sharing ghost stories. But Clara had slipped away, feeling a strange pull towards the dark woods that bordered the park. Rumors of strange sightings had been echoing throughout town lately. Sightings of a creature with glowing red eyes and gigantic wings, a creature that was said to be an omen of disaster. The townsfolk had dubbed it the Mothman. As Clara stepped onto the dusty path leading into the woods, a chill crept along her spine. Shadows danced between the tree trunks, and the air was thick with that unsettling feeling of being watched. She reassured herself. It was just a story, a good tale to tell around a campfire. But the thrill of fear was intoxicating, urging her to go deeper into the woods. After a few minutes of walking, her phone buzzed softly. The screen lit up, revealing a text from Mia. Asterisk. Where are you? Clara hesitating between the warmth of friendship and the cold lure of adventure. But something inside her urged her to keep going. So she pocketed her phone and ventured deeper into the thicket. Her heartbeat quickened as she reached a clearing bathed in the pale glow of the moonlight. There, at the center, stood an ancient stone altar, half hidden under a blanket of moss. Intrigued, Clara approached, running her fingers over the rough surface. It was then she noticed a strange inscription etched into the stone. Asterisk. Beware the keeper of shadows. Asterisk. Before Clara could decipher what that meant, a gust of wind shimmered through the clearing, and the night hush deepened to an eerie stillness. Her heart raced, and an instinct, primal and urgent, urged her to turn back. But the woods seemed to consume her, whispering promises of secrets untold. Suddenly, a low rumble echoed through the trees, breaking the tense silence. Clara froze, her breath hitching in her throat. From the shadows, a pair of crimson eyes pierced the darkness, and an otherworldly figure emerged. Massive, with broad wings that spread like broken spirits against the night sky. The Mothman. Clara wanted to run, but her feet felt rooted to the ground. The creature hovered, its enormous wings fluttering with an eerie grace, while it looked at her with an almost haunting sorrow. Time seemed to stretch as the moon illuminated the dark outline of the creature, making it appear both magnificent and terrifying. Mothman, she whispered, her voice trembling. You're real? With a soft chirp that sent chills racing down her spine, the creature let out a sound that resonated deep within her being. It wasn't aggression, it was a call, a warning. Clara's heart raced as she felt a wave of emotions crash over her, confusion, fear, and, curiously, a sense of understanding. In that moment, Clara remembered the tales. The Mothman was said to be a harbinger of disaster. Was it warning her about something? As if reading her mind, the creature lifted one of its wings, pointing toward the horizon where dark storm clouds began to swirl ominously. A distant rumble of thunder punctuated the night, sending waves of panic through Clara. With her adrenaline surging, she turned and raced back down the path. The trail twisted and turned, branches clawing at her clothes, but she pressed on. The image of the Mothman burned into her memory. She burst out of the woods just as the first drops of rain pelted the ground, a drumming beat that echoed her heart. Mia and the girls were still at the park, their laughter muffled by the approaching storm. Clara stumbled towards them, nearly breathless. We need to go. There's a storm coming. Her friends exchanged glances, their eyes widening at her frantic energy. It was no longer just a fun evening, it felt like a matter of survival. As Clara and her friends hurried towards the street, the sky rumbled ominously overhead, and a flash of lightning illuminated the park. But Clara didn't look back. She could feel the presence of the Mothman, a guardian of sorts, hovering in the shadows behind her. At that moment, she understood. The creature was not just a beast of fear but a protector against the darkness that sought to consume them. And as the storm raged around them, Clara knew she would never forget the eerie beauty of the Mothman. In the folklore of their town, it would hold an even deeper meaning, an emblem of caution, a keeper of shadows, and a lurking reminder that some legends, no matter how frightening, might just be true.